Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Welcome to another episode of the Victor and the Giant Fox Music Review Vodcast. Go back to last episode.
We
Vodden.
Vodding hard, man.
Sounding kind of like hard over here, man.
What's his name?
Yeah, that's the problem.
I got a fever and the only prescription is more
Christopher Walken?
Vodding hard, man.
That was just a Boston accent. Or New York or something.
I mean,
I don't know.
right.
Anyways, today we're looking at a new band. In this podcast, if you're new here, we like looking at recent releases in the heavy music world, and when we can, bringing a new or relatively unknown band to you. And that's what we're doing today. We got Still Stayers.
Stairs.
New, I think it was released in June of this
Kinda
year's
sounds like
EP, Everend. All right. The vibe in the studio right now is that we should probably not do much more small talk and
Yeah.
just get right into the review.
Yeah.
Smart, man, smart.
So Victor, I gotta set it up. I gotta set up the breakdown. We're gonna do the breakdown of Still Stayers Everend. Let's go. All right.
Yeah.
And we're back. Victor, take it away.
All right, we got Still Stayer today.
Yeah, we do.
These guys are brand new.
Yeah,
all
they
right,
are.
brand new.
Spanking.
They out here. They doing their thing.
They
you know
doing
what
it.
I'm
That's
saying?
right.
They got an EP out.
That's
Yeah, they do.
It's a 6-song EP.
Mm-hmm.
We got Sonder. We got Gladden. We got Dream. We got Cycle.
That was it.
We're gonna go through these songs. All right. Starting off with
I
Sonder.
think you skipped 2 of them, but that's fine.
Oh, he did.
You
My
said
bad.
6
Those are-
songs and then named 4.
Hold on, let me start over. Sonder, Cycle,
Mm-hmm.
Forbay,
Yeah.
Everend, Gliding, and Dream.
There we go. Nice.
Okay. Sonder, the first one. You guys ready?
Yeah, man. Tell
Take
like
it away,
is,
bro.
All right, man. So Sonder, listened to it a few times, you know what I'm saying? It
Mhm.
said,
Mm-hmm.
it went down the ear holes, quite smooth,
Mm-hmm.
but it just doesn't have very much to separate it from anything that would be considered anything other than just another song.
Dang.
So it just kind
I
of
think
sounds,
I understand what you said.
Yeah,
That's-
it just sounds like another song, right?
Gotcha.
Man.
The Cycle,
Mm.
same vibe as the first one. You know, at 2 minutes, there's a break where they scream. It was kind of interesting. The band and the screamer kind of sync up,
Mm.
and so they do a cool little they pause, and then when the screamer screams, they play, and they play. Other than that, same thing. Foray.
For Bay.
Bay. Sorry, Bay. Same thing. Number 4. Everend. They got this post metal kind of, I don't know what to call it. It's post something.
Right.
All right.
It's throughout the whole thing. It's like an overall vibe.
Yeah.
It's cool. I wish they'd done more with it because
Yeah.
it just kind of seemed like they maybe they're just trying to find their sound still, but it's just kind of like they had a lot of ideas and they put them all in there, and it's like I said, it goes down the ear hole quite easy,
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
but just as easy as it goes down, it goes out the other way, right?
Well, actually, I would agree with you on Everend. I kept waiting for the song to take off and start,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and then it just ended. And then
Yeah.
went to
Yeah.
the next one. Yeah.
So we'll go on to the next one. Number 5, Gliding. The pause and play that the band did behind the vocals was, oh shoot, I got my songs mixed up.
Oh, snap.
Man.
Sorry, I used the same word for 2 of them.
All right. Number 6, Dream. Dude, I had a dream 2 days ago
Dang.
Yeah.
where I was on fire. I was literally
Dang, man.
I had a dream. I don't know what was going on. We were playing with, I don't know, fire or something. Obviously fire, right?
Right.
And it was starting my foot and it caught, and I was engulfed in flames.
Jeez.
Dang.
And I was like, ah, like screaming and and I I woke up hyperventilating after my wife kind of like did one of these to me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's
I'd never had a
intense, bro.
dream like that where I was on fire, like literally
Dang,
What'd you
man.
eat before you went to
dying.
bed? What'd you eat?
Cheetos.
Cheetos? Like hot Cheetos? Or regular Cheetos? Chester's trying to kill you, bro. The Cheetah set
It
you on
ain't
fire.
easy being cheesy. He got you, man.
Flaming hot. Gliding. Wait, dream. This song is like the dream I have where I'm having a boring conversation about a carpet cleaners and I wake up mad because I don't have interesting dreams like being on fire. It was boring,
Oh,
dude.
that's amazing, man. Dang.
So
Sounds like you love this album, bro.
Yeah.
overall consensus, dude, I gotta say this.
Hold on. Can you move your mic down? Because you're
Sorry.
like talking at your phone. No, it's okay. Just there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Overall, summary of this EP is like the band's not bad. It's just very bland. I said it's got that post feel, like I said earlier. I wish they'd done more with it. It's not hard to listen to, but it's hard to say anything about it because there's not a lot there for me to talk about. It's the only it's they got the skill, dude. They got the scream. They got all the right things. I just wish, at least for me, just overall, like there was just some kind of theme for each of these songs. You know,
Right,
instead of
right.
just
Yeah.
making, the notes sound good together and the scream and all that stuff, but at least for there to be like a theme to go along with per song. It's just
Right.
listen. It's my opinion.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm giving them a 2. It just
A
wasn't
2?
for me.
Dang, bro.
Dang, man.
All right. That's crazy.
Go, Mike.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of agree with you in some ways. Cuz I definitely thought it was all right. Like you said, but it is a little bit generic now, like the kind of music that it is. Yeah. I liked it a little bit more, I think. I thought the musicality was good. The instrumentation was really good. Screaming was all right. Couldn't understand a dang thing he was saying. So that gets a knock for me. And they did one thing that I thought was really cool. They kind of they made a sound that sounded like their EP photo for the album, The Giant Planet. I don't know. It felt spacey. I don't know, something about that. It made me think of that, and I was just like, that's kind of cool. Like the sound.
You gonna show it
Was
to the
there.
camera?
Well, yeah. Their album.
you
I don't know
Ooh,
if
nice.
that'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So they captured that for me, which I thought was cool. Like, if they had a theme or like something to go along with it, I think that would have been really cool. You know, if that was the whole theme of the album. If I missed that, if we missed that, and there was, that sucks. But yeah, I mean, other than that, dude, it was generic. It wasn't too much capturing in different ways, but I thought it was all right. I gave him a 4.
4?
Yeah.
Nice, man. Yeah. Nice.
Wouldn't go out of my way to listen to it, but this is their first EP.
Right.
So if they're already putting stuff out like this, then I can't wait for them to get refined. And I mean, not that they haven't been playing for probably a long time. They're probably a little bit refined,
Right.
But yeah, I can't wait to see what they come out with later.
Right.
So yeah. Would you give them Ties?
Well, I disagree with a lot.
All right.
Yes.
Bring it on, Ties.
Yes.
First of all, because this is their first EP, maybe it's because I'm generally the one that does the research for these bands for the podcast or vodcast. I know that first of all, Forbay, I don't know. That one was an instrumental. It was originally released as a single and instrumental, as was another song that they released, not on this EP. And then for this EP, I imagine they wrote vocals for it and then re-recorded it. They definitely re-recorded it. I listened to both. But as with a lot of bands, especially when they're first starting out, they don't have a ton of material all the time. So they just take what they have and put it together. A lot like when we were still a band, I think that's how our first EP would have been, just a handful of songs that we wrote. There wouldn't have really been a theme, or probably any sort of consistency.
No, yeah.
So I, my score does take into consideration it's their first album or the first EP. But I will say, Gliding and Dream were probably my favorites on the album. Gliding made it onto my metalcore playlist.
Dang.
Nice.
Not as much. I didn't mind the vocals. For whatever reason, I didn't have as much trouble at understanding them as you did. It reminded me of August Burns Red without the accomplished musicianship. You know what I mean? Like they got, especially the guitars is what I'm talking about.
That's a huge compliment, man.
That's a really big compliment.
So I don't want to take away from August Burns Red because they have decades, behind building their sound and all that. But I mean, these guys, I think especially for being their first EP, I think they can get, at least they have the potential to get big. I don't know, as big as August Burns Red. I'm not going to make that prediction, but I think they have it in them. This song specifically, Gliding, reminded me if August Burns Red didn't have guitarists, so they invited Angel Vivaldi to come in and to play the guitar parts for him.
Yeah.
Again, not saying that this guitarist is at the same caliber necessarily yet of Angel Vivaldi, but he definitely has that same style capability. And I will say in that one though, it did seem like the vocals, I appreciated it, but I don't know if it was intentional or not, where it seemed like the vocals and the guitar were kind of battling for the spotlight. If it was intentional, it's cool. I don't know that it's going to hit everybody that way, but yeah, so I did like that. Now the first one, Sandra, I don't know if you guys ever heard the band Corpus Christi. I don't think they're around anymore. That's what it reminded me of, is August Burns Red, written and composed by Corpus Christi.
Wow. Okay.
And that probably just had mostly to do with his scream than anything else. But that's what I wrote down in my notes, so that's what I got to say.
Hey.
Dream, I thought it was best place. It was the best place song as the closer.
Yeah, for sure.
Had some good melodic elements to it. I mean, as did the other songs. But I will say, as far as all 5 songs, because one of them was Everend was that instrumental. As far as the other 5 songs, it didn't build anything. It wasn't cohesive together. And they did kind of run together, which I think is a byproduct of taking your singles and putting them together as opposed to writing an EP altogether. But overall I gave them a 7. That got a little bit of a boost because it's their first, it's their first EP, but I think they can, they at least have the potential to
see. This
going.
Is why our podcast is so much better than, vodcast. Vodcast.
Okay.
So much better than everything else that I've heard out there, because you get all the perspectives here,
Yeah.
Sucked, was okay, liked it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dude, you get to hear everything here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So freaking listen to us, idiots.
You heard it here first.
Or watch us.
Yeah. Watch us, idiots.
See, whereas Victor calls you idiots, we're both the, titular. Did I not introduce you guys at the beginning, by the way?
No, man.
I'm sorry. That's so rude of me.
Introduce us, bro.
This is Victor. He's a little bit of a jerk cheese sometimes. This is Mike. He's non-titular. I'm the giant fox. So I feel like I got to be nicer to our audience. Little good cop, bad cop, indifferent cop,
Yeah, man. Indifferent. Whatever.
Totally describes it, man. I like that way better than misogynistic Mike.
You can have 2 nicknames, bro.
All right.
You can have 2
I'll take
nicknames. Yeah.
I'll take it. Yeah. You'll never know when I'm indifferent, though. or misogynistic.
We'll just assume it's always.
Ooh.
So
Especially
overall,
when it comes to making coffee.
Ooh. Hey. Me and Taj just talked about that before the podcast.
Oh, God. You get me sick, Mike.
Oh, God. I gave him the cough, man.
No work tomorrow.
I gave him the vid, dude. By the way, I don't have the vid.
yeah.
Shut up. Yeah, you might.
I might.
You got a dry heaving cough. Does it not sound like a dry cough?
It's a dry heave, man. Dry
All
heave.
right. But let me say this before we go on to the next segment. I will say that overall, there wasn't a ton of varieties, and there's nothing really groundbreaking in the album.
No.
But I do think that the skill is there.
Yeah.
That they can
the
take
skill's
it
there.
there.
Agreed. Agreed.
But so with that, let's go on to our next segment. What else have they done? So this is their first EP, but they did have a couple singles. In 2020, they released Forbay, the instrumental version. Then again in 2020, they released a song called Dogwood, not Dogweed. Can't read my own. What's the difference? It's Dogwood.
No
Dogweed.
difference. No difference.
There ain't no difference.
Dog Something Lane, also an instrumental. And then in 2021, they released their first single with vocals called Focus.
Yeah.
And then after that, Everend in 2022. So yeah, with that, let's go on to our next segment. Trivia! Obviously, these guys have only been around a couple years as far as I can tell. And there's not a lot of trivia out there I could find on them. They're from Wisconsin. I don't remember. I think it's Madison, Wisconsin that they're
Madison, Wisconsin, man.
from. And I believe it was the guitarist. It started as just well, they started as an instrumental band. I don't know what the musicians were. There's not a lot of detail that I could find.
Okay.
But I know they started out as instrumental, and then now they've gone on to doing shows as a band with vocals and all that. So yeah, with that, let's go on to our final segment, Giant Fox Takes.
Talk about the Queen, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah.
Bring up the Queen.
It's gonna come out in like a month.
Or don't talk about
I don't know. Why don't you talk about the Queen?
No, I'm not going to talk about
okay.
Who did it? I'm sorry.
96 years old. Mike's like,
Hey.
I don't trust it.
Hey,
I don't trust it. Hold on. Here's the take. Go, Mike.
All
Hold
right.
on. What? We're
Here's
talking
the
about the
take.
death of the Queen
Yeah, I think
of England.
it might have been Charles. Just saying.
Got tired of waiting.
You did.
He stuck his big old banana fingers
No, man. Just how many
up her
times
nostrils.
have we heard? Would you like some tea? And it's poison. Here's your
Oh,
tea,
yeah,
sweetie.
yeah.
I don't know. How many times have you heard that?
I mean, come on, man.
Have
Never,
you heard
but,
about
you
his relationships?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Could have been Charles.
Sun don't go down without Mike getting poisoned.
That's right. That's right.
He's immune now, man.
Poison left and right.
They could be watching.
Oh, they are watching.
They all
You
watching.
hear that cough, dude?
They're always watching, man. That's why I'm coughing right now. It was
Give
Charles.
him a little bit of hope.
Charles did it. You heard it here first.
See, I think it was the other one. I think it was not the other one, but
How many does she have?
no. Charles's mistress, the one he got with instead of Diana, the very unattractive one that for some no offense. Camilla, I know her name. It's Camilla. I don't know her last name. Apparently, it's the Queen.
I don't
Camilla.
know
I don't
anything
know.
about
Queen Camilla. That sounds like a rapper. That sounds like
Camilla.
Queen Camilla
Oh, yeah,
opening
yeah.
for Nicki Minaj.
Oh, yeah.
So good at that. That's great. Ah, wow. All right.
Well, the
That's
Queen
the
is
take.
dead, huh?
Yeah.
Queen dead, man. Queen
on.
done died.
At 96 years old.
Shoot.
About time. Hold on. I got a hot take, dude.
Okay, let's hear it, man.
All right. Queen is dead, guys.
Yep.
After 96 years. About damn time.
Before we start formulating a plan to finally go take over England, challenge Charles to the throne.
I want Big
for the
Ben.
throne. You can have your crown. You can have your colonies. I want that clock.
You gonna take it too. You gonna take it.
Not that we're compensating for anything, but if you liked what you
I am.
watched, if you're checking out the vodcast, or if you're listening on audio, we appreciate if you rate and review on whatever platform
Do it.
you can. You watch this too. You listen to this on. My words are leaving me. But if you're watching this on YouTube, there's a certain something we appreciate you doing. I just can't think of what it is. Mike, in your best Charles Banana Fingers, King of England, what do they got to do?
He's doing it slow because them banana fingers.
Them banana fingers, man. They get my
Charles is no spring chicken either.
tippy tappy.
Yeah, man.
That subscribe button, man.
That dude is old too, man.
Yeah,
That's
he is.
he ain't
He's-
gonna be king for very long. That's
So-
a part-time job.
So maybe he just
At
kind of
best.
he just dipping. He's not
He's
he's
dipping,
not
dude.
tapping, man. He's
He's just dropping his hand. He's
He's
picking
just-
it up
yeah.
and just dropping it.
Disgusting, man.
like he put the way he put his fingers in her teeth. Man.
Oh gosh.
That's what it was, man.
All right. Well, in case you couldn't quite figure out what we were talking about, if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We put out a new podcast or new vodcast episode every week for the most part. Yeah, we're pretty good about it. And like you're like Charles right now. You're just kind of sitting there, just kind of muttering something. I can't quite understand.
You know what?
You got a real old man vibe tonight, is what I'm saying.
Hey, I'm turning 33 in a couple days here. You know, maybe I'm just kind of sitting back and realizing how old I am.
Oh yeah, dude.
Also, this cold's kicking my butt.
Yeah, well, that's gonna happen. Well, before we close out, this is gonna be 2 or 3 weeks late. She doesn't really watch this anyway, but happy birthday to my wife
Oh, I thought he was gonna
on
say
the
queen.
14th. What? The Queen?
His queen, dude.
It is
The Queen of England's dead, man. She can't watch this.
I thought you were talking about the queen.
No,
man.
I'm talking about
What
my
if she
queen,
does
the queen
watch
of
this?
my heart.
Yeah.
So, like, what's her name? What Tatiana from Ginger is to you? That's what Stephanie is to me.
Yeah.
But
Really,
more and real.
But actually,
But happy birthday to her. Happy birthday to my daughter, Abby, whose birthday already passed. It was on the 10th.
happy birthday to them.
Love you, girls. And give another shout out to Abby, because I know you're probably going to, if your mom and Abby watch this, you're going to see it too. So your birthday is right after mine in January. Let's get out of here. Happy birthday, Mike.
Thanks, bro.
yeah, man. Happy birthday.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Let's get on out of here.
Yeah. Roll it.
Outro.